Is joining me now from Table Rock State Park. And Enrique, how's it looking now?
I'm just a few steps away from Table Rock Park, and you can hear the helicopter, you can hear the airplane. This area here is the command center where the Forestry Commission is here, the Pickens County Emergency Management, and everyone is here getting together a lot of information and also planning about how they're going to attack this fire. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you is about the tools that they use, and especially on the ground. I am not an expert, so I'm going to introduce you to Madeline Stewart, PIO from the Forestry Commission. Now, Madeline, tell me, what's the situation, what's the latest with the fire, and tell me about what's this guy doing here?
Yeah, so right now we're working at what's called the Table Rock Complex, which consists of two fires, the Table Rock Fire and the Persimmon Ridge Fire. Right now the Table Rock Fire is estimated to be about 1,075 acres and 314 acres for the Persimmon Ridge Fire. And how we're fighting these fires, you know, we've got some different tactics here. So when it comes to wildfire fighting, we handle it a bit differently than your local fire department would handle putting out a house fire, because we're often working in very remote areas, kind of rough terrain like we see here sometimes, and also we don't have access to water. So we actually use modified bulldozers to fight fires, and this is what you see right here. So right in front of us is a plow, which is one of the modifications that we make. And it's important to note too, what does the bulldozer do? We work to contain the fire, so we want to basically put the fire in a box. We want to draw a line that's made of mineral soil around the fire so it can't burn past that line. And how we do that is we use bulldozers to scrape up the ground.
So that's the bulldozer, and this is the plow in the front. And let us walk over here. So this is part of the dirt, the soil that is in there. So you scrape the soil all the way to the bottom.
All the way down to mineral soil so the fire cannot burn. That's called a containment line or a fire line. There are a couple different names for it. Then that plow over there goes on the back of the bulldozer, and it grinds up kind of behind the bulldozer what's been pushed out of the way. It makes that line deeper. It brings that soil up from deeper in the earth.
You were telling me that this bulldozer is different than the ones that I see in the construction site. Why, and what is the differences in this?
Yeah, so this is specifically outfitted for wildland firefighting, and right now we're in a transition where we're getting all of our wildland firefighters into enclosed cabs, which is what you see here. Previously, a lot of our cabs were open cabs, which is very dangerous for the firefighters because they're working up close to these fires. The smoke can get in those open cabs and lead to health issues. It's also very, very hot next to a fire. So we love these enclosed cabs. We're very thankful that our legislature has allowed us to fund these over the past 10 years, and we're finally getting to a place where just about all of our wildland firefighters have them now.
Now, if there's any message here or a lesson that we can pass this along to our viewers, what would that be?
Yeah, absolutely. There most definitely is still a statewide burning ban in place. We do not know when we're going to lift that. We're keeping a close eye on the conditions, but as you can probably tell, it's very windy outside right now. We're expecting high gusty winds into the night as well as tomorrow. The fire is happening behind us at Table Rock. We've seen more smoke since the morning rain yesterday. We're going to see increased fire behavior, and it's important for people to follow that burning ban and not burn anything outdoors right now because of the weather conditions we're seeing across the state, as well as we've had to pull resources from other areas of the state to cover these fires in the upstate, which means we don't have the resources we need in other areas. So if there were a fire to break out somewhere else, you know, we'd have to pull resources from here potentially. So we absolutely don't want that and want people to obey the burning ban.
Last question, who's on the air and who are the helicopters dropping water there? Who are they?
Yeah, so right now we're getting help from the South Carolina National Guard. They've got Blackhawks and Chinooks dropping water. We're also getting help from SLED. They have a helicopter as well. We have single-engine air tankers that are on contract with the South Carolina Forestry Commission, and I believe we've requested some more help too, so that will be changing in the coming days.
Thank you very much for all that info. A lot of work to be done here, but you know, they're making progress one step at a time, and a lot of people working here together. I'm Enrique Salinas from Pickens County. I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Enrique. I learned a lot in that story. That was very informative, so thanks for demonstrating all of that. And I want to bring in our first alert chief meteorologist.